Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're all well. You amazing, beautiful, wonderful people. And it's stupendous Sunday. That's it. The day of rest. Ha ha! The day of rest, they say. Not all of us get to rest on a Sunday, do we? But you're looking absolutely amazing. So even if you're not getting to rest, at least it's not making you look anything less than amazing. What are we talking about this morning? Well, first of all, I just want to say keep safe. All of you that are being affected by these terrible tornadoes. I know that we've got weather warnings over around the Kansas area, and we've had some devastation in Iowa. I just want to say stay safe and check in down below. Let me know how you guys have been during that. We moan about the weather here in the UK. We moan because we get rain all the time, but we don't ever get anything really that's... How can I say? Not regularly get danger to life kind of weather. Do you know what I mean? The most devastation I've seen myself. I think one of our bins blew over once. It was terrible. But anyway, Chris Proudfoot, he is the person who we're talking about in this brief video. I'll keep it brief because it's Sunday and I'm doing a live later on tonight, so join me there. And yes, he appeared on Websleuths panel. And he is, he's pissed. He's, how can I say, he is the angriest man that I've ever seen. And look, at the end of the day, what I will say is this is a tragic situation. You know, this young man is missing, Sebastian Rogers. He's been missing for a while. And look, people reached out, the family reached out and they asked for the public's help. And the downside with that, I'm afraid, is when you ask for the public's help, then the public are going to look at everything. How can you find out everything that you potentially need to find out in order to help without looking? And the downside is that when people look, that they generally find stuff. And when some of the things that are being found are, you know, questionable, it leads to more questions. It leads to more speculation. And look, some things are just untrue. And not everybody can navigate what is true and what is not. We, as content creators even, we are duped by people. We will find stuff. We will obtain information. We'll be sent information that is just shit. But sometimes that is still an important part of the puzzle because it helps you to understand, I suppose, for the future that you do have to be more vigilant. You do have to understand that stuff can get pushed out that is just utter crap. And, you know, like I've done a live the other night, the long live, that I've had to privatise, only because I'm sorting out some stuff with some music that was in Josh's clip. But, you know, we looked at some text messages regarding the Idaho 4Ks and Brian Kohberger, and at the end of the day, I would imagine and can pretty much say with absolute certainty that they are utter shit. But what that does is it paints a picture of what you have to expect when these cases explode onto social media, that not every single thing that is out there can be trusted. Not everything can be trusted, but we have to root through that. Sometimes you have to get in the mud to get the gold. Do you know what I mean? That's just what you have to do. But the downside is as well is if you lay down with dogs, you are going to catch fleas. And that's, again, just part and parcel of looking. But you can't expect to ask the public for help and assistance and not expect that unless you are absolutely 100% squeaky clean to not get bashed for something, especially when there's a child who's missing. And especially when the behaviour of these people is indicative of what we've seen in the past leading to them being involved in some way, shape or form. And I'm not saying that they have done anything in this situation because we don't know. But again, I can't stress this enough, that when behaviour and, for instance, for argument's sake, we spoke yesterday about the vigils for Sebastian Rogers, and they are not in attendance of that. They're not in attendance, but yet they're seen publicly in motorcycle shops, for instance. And yes, some people turn around and explain that they had gone to this motorcycle place, they were trying to arrange a rally or something like that, but have we seen that rally? Have we seen? I haven't seen it. You know, please go down below if there's been some sort of massive motorcycle rally with people driving around with looking for Sebastian. Let me know, and I hold my hands up and say I apologise. I haven't seen it, but from my perspective, and I'm just one person, what I've seen is people who have a missing child. They haven't attended any of the vigils, but they've been seen in what appears to be a motorcycle shop looking at a motorcycle. And the public sees that, and they see it in abundance, and they react to that, and they get upset because this is a child. This is a young man who's been missing for over a month, and the parents were the last people to see him, or the step parent. And even though Chris Proudfoot stated there's no difference, there is no title, he is still classed as his son. But then again, when there's sort of news out on there that there's some kind of issue that stems from Chris Proudfoot not wanting Sebastian to be around his biological daughter, that to me is not indicative of an equality there. There actually seems to be a lack of equality and some other disdain, perhaps. I don't know, but who am I? I don't know anything. Like Chris Proudfoot said, you don't know anything, but you've asked for help. You asked for help. You asked for the public's help and involvement. I don't suppose you moan about the donations that are donated and put forward. I don't suppose there's ever going to be a complaint about that. There's just going to be, we want help, but we want help without questions. We want help without you delving into our business. Well, I'm sorry, but that's not how it works. That's not how it works. And you can't, if you think that's how it works, then you've been knocked on the head. You know, I absolutely have, nothing but empathy for the fact that you have a missing child and you are dealing with what you're dealing with. But again, I can't stress enough that when the public are involved, there is going to be ups and there is going to be downs to that. And unless your house is 100% crystal clean and shiny, sparkling, then those things are going to come to light. Things are going to come to light. And when you factor in Sebastian goes missing, he goes missing at night. And there is rarely only a very minimal possibility here. Number of possibilities. That is that someone enters into the house and snatches Sebastian from the house. Now, do we think that's the point? Did someone enter into the home and take Sebastian? I don't think that happened. So then Sebastian decides to leave that property of his own volition, and something so distressful that not only does he want to leave that house, but he doesn't even want to go to his father. And the public sees this. And it doesn't look right. It looks bizarre, because even if you said the relationship was great between Sebastian and Dad, and we've seen Seth, and Seth seems to be absolutely genuine. So why wouldn't Sebastian leave and go to Dad? That's question number one. The other thing is, if he does leave of his own volition and he doesn't go to Dad and he goes somewhere else, why does he leave in the first place? Why does he leave? What happened to force him into a position where he felt the need to leave? And these are the questions that the public have. And when that is the main questions, because that's the focal point, that he is gone. He's gone. Why did he go? That then feeds down and feeds down. So please, Chris, don't think that this is about just being vindictive and the public being vindictive. This isn't. This is the public trying to understand. And you're right when you say that people don't know the details. They don't. But they certainly want to know the details because they need to know them in order to be able to assist. You can't have your cake and eat it. You can't ask the public for help but without looking at anything. Let me know down below what you think, and I'll catch you all in the live later.